Hello and welcome to UK Versus. Today we are looking at Izuku Midoriya on the Move, the Dark Hero Arc Challenger Series. My boxes have finally arrived and I am looking forward to cracking these open and seeing what we're getting there. The alt art seems to be in abundance. The Dark Hero Arc Challenger Series takes place when Izuku Midoriya is at his lowest. He is on the run, he's on the move. He's trying to stay ahead of Shigaraki. He's trying to stay ahead of the League of Villains. And he's trying to protect his friends. And he's at his lowest point where he is even being mistaken for a villain. He is mistaken for All For One. Because he is now displaying multiple quirks. And he is being constantly monitored by the League of Villains. He has not been able to rest. He's not been able to sleep. And so we have Izuku Midoriya on the move. Because that is what he has to be. That is so very cool, and I love the name on this, depicting Izuku at his lowest at this point in the game. Who knows if he can sink any lower in the future. But before I crack it open, I wanted to do something a little bit different and take a look at the actual statistics of the deck. So when we're looking at the statistics of the deck, we can see something immediately come out if we start off with the difficulty and control, and is that there are no zero difficulty cards in this deck. I think this is the first challenger deck not to have any zero difficulty foundations, assets, actions, and that is really, really cool. It's not really something you see, but it, to me, dictates that Izuku is meant to be more of a long play control kind of deck. Not something you just immediately swing in with because it's going to take you longer to build up. If we look at the breakdown of the deck, it's a 35 foundation, 2 action, 2 asset, 21 attack challenger. That is the typical that we see. There's only 1 or 2 decks that really vary from that. And it's very, very cool when we get to look at the attack zones. Following challenger standard, this is a very high attack deck with a very low amount of low attacks. There's only 3 low attacks in the entire deck, 8 mids and 10 high. If you look at the stats on challenges, which is something I'm going to do a video on, challenges seem to skew towards the high attacks and a very low amount of low blocks, which is where Izuku Midoriya is different. This is the first one we've had where the low blocks outrank the mids. We're seeing 19 mid, 21 high, 20 low. That's a very peculiar number because usually most decks you'll see when you're building will either be an even spread or focus on mid because it's an omni block, whereas we're seeing here 21 high, great for the Challenger series. As I've just said, Challengers seem to skew to having more high attacks. Great for your fights against Spike and Godzilla, who are generally throwing very powerful low attacks against you. Not too great against the rest of Godzilla because he has quite a high mid package and those 19 mids are not going to keep you alive. But overall, a nice even spread, which is something we don't often see, but it's still very, very cool. And these 10 high attacks, your opponent's only going to have so many high blocks. And if you are playing the Challenger series, that's something to take into account when you actually break down the numbers here. But again, if we look at the difficulty, if we take a look at difficulty and control, we've got 18 ones, 21 twos, 21 free controls, which is the attacks, of course, 10 4-diff attacks, 11 5-diff attacks, so no 3-diff attacks this time as well. That's something that we've not really seen because the past few ones have always had 3-diff attacks in there as well. 3 4-check foundations and 36 5-check foundations. That is a very cool mixture and that's a very cool breakdown. This is possibly one of the stronger challenger decks we've seen come out of UVS, and this would be a solid contender for the Challenger series, mainly because when you get to flip Izuku Midoriya and you get that additional abilities, you get the ability to speed and damage pump. There are no barrier shields, there aren't that many resets in Challenger series. So I think this is a strong contender to be one of the best Challenger series decks that we actually have out there. I think this is very, very cool, and I just wanted to quickly break down the actual stats of the deck. And now I will move on to unboxing it. Right, so we're now on to the unboxing, and I've already got one out here. We did have Zoe on, who showed us a cool way to maintain the quality of your box by snipping and popping. Personally, in fact, if you just want to get your Challenger your collector booster out and you don't want to damage the box, you can just give it a little squeeze and a pull, squeeze and a pull, and then the Challenger, the collector pack just slides out. Then you can squeeze and push, squeeze and push. And your deck's as good as new. Jobs are good. So, I have 2 challenger packs. That's what the majority of you guys are here for, is the challenger pack opening. And I have the deck to go over. I won't spend too long on the deck because most people have already opened this point. So let's crack open the first one. Now, I believe at the minute these are 3 frees. So if I take the back 3 off, those will be our alt arts. And these will be our foils. So we have a 4th wielder Black Whip. Maybe I'm wrong. 6 wielder Smokescreen. Alt art Rapid Rescue. Oh, there's one on the back, that's why. 7 wielder Float. Raging Flurry. And the 7th wielder Float. So we've got, this is going to be really cool because it means I'm going to have 3 versions of 7th wielder Float from this pack. I'm going to have the regular, the foil, and the alt, which means that you can customize your deck in a whole different way than what we've seen before. You can have an XR, an alt art, or a regular version ready to go. That is so very cool. And then I got a Fadging Flurry, one of the more powerful attacks of the deck, and the Rapid Rescue, which I absolutely adore. The alt out of this. It is, we were talking when we had Zoe on about capturing movement, capturing action within comics and manga with NAOT and within Godzilla, and how hard it is to capture that in a screenshot from the anime. But just look at that. That is a perfect example way to do it, and I absolutely love that. Then we got a Black Whip and a Smokescreen. Smokescreen, one of my more favorite cards from this deck. Just in hands, add a card from your hand to your card pool face down. This attack gets -4 speed. Lets you pop off a lot better. I'm going to just rip this open because I do have a nice second one sealed, which is what I got this one from. So with the Dark Hero Arc Challenger Series booklet, this gives you a great way to learn how to play by using the QR code which takes you to the app. In the Collector's Booster, you'll get 1 card rarity, rare or higher, 3 uncommons, and 3 common cards. So what was our rarity? Oh, the rare was the Fadging Flurry. Cool. So that's really cool to know that you're always going to get a rare or ultra rare in here. 2 commons, 3 commons. Okay, that's very cool. It might not always be 3, but the average I've been told is you get 3 alts and 3 XRs. And now we have a cool, nice bit. I love the sort of distinction between the alt arts and the regular here. I think that's very cool way to do it. You do get to tick off. I do like the fact that the first one's already ticked, so we know exactly how many we're going to get in this deck. I know it usually does say how many you're getting, but the fact that it's got just already ticked out here and you go and you tick off through this bit, very cool. I like the fact that we've got the regulars and the arts, so you can differentiate between the 2. I think that's so very cool, and I cannot wait to start ticking off the stuff in there. This I will open at the end, so if you don't want to see the content of the deck, it'd be nice if you stuck around because I'm going to very quickly pop in through these, and then I'm just going to move straight back onto the Collector's Booster. I'm not going to make this a long video. I know people hate long videos. So we have Izuku Midoriya on the move. The first 5 character symbol. The first 5 symbol character. Get it right, bro. An absolute beast of a card. I know people are already excited to play him. And he's legal for the UK regionals and the Oceania regionals. So we get Izuku Midoriya on the move. A Air, Good, Life, Void, and Water character. 6-hander. 29 health. With 3 abilities: Form, Commit X Foundations, Transform this card, X equals 3 mass number face down cards in your card pool. X may be 0. Commit 1 foundation, this tag gets +3 or -3 speed. And response, commit, discard 1 vestige card. Before this attack's block step, reduce its damage to 1. Very cool. Then we have 2 Wielder of All for 1. I've just remembered this as a flip side. Fortunately, flip side, not foiled, but that's something we're seeing with the flip characters. Would have been very cool to see the alt arts have their own kind of version, like have a matte version on this side and have this one have a foil. Would have allowed for a bit more expanse in the alt arts of these. Izuku Midoriya, Quirks Unleashed. Form, transform this character. Form, commit 2 foundations. Your next attack is +3 speed and +3 damage. And response, after your rival plays an attack, reduce its speed to 0 and draw 1 card. Skip that attack's enhanced step. So you make it 0, you make it blockable, and you say, this is not touching me. I absolutely love that. Don't nuke his vestige, becomes a lot more powerful, and you get to commit out the pop off. And the best thing is, if you've got 3 things face down in your card pool, you just get to go cool, transform, pump it up so you have +9/+9, transform back, play my attack, commit 1 foundation, give it another +3 speed. This is not being touched. I do love this art. My alt art did not arrive in time. It was supposed to arrive today, but it did not. I was hoping to wait for that. Then we have the action, wielding One for All. 1 diff, 5 control, 3 mid block, vestige. 4 remove, unflip 1 foundation in your stage. If that card has vestige, draw a card. Remove, choose X options. X equals half the number of vestige individually named vestige cards in your stage. You can choose the same option multiple times. So you have your attack gets +3 speed, +3 damage, or draw a card. So if you have 6 vestiges, you can just draw 3 cards. That seems decent. Then we have the absolute nuts of this deck. Tattered Costume. It's a unique 2 diff, 5 control response. After your opponent plays an ability on an action or a keyword, cancel it. That's a sacrifice cost. And you also get to draw a card. So if your opponent Genkais, stuns, EXs, powerfuls, uses any kind of action, if they want to barrier shield you, break you, you just get to say no. And they don't get to do anything about it. And you draw a card. It is so cool. Moving into attacks, we have Bullet Kick, power for 3, 5 high for 4. Absolutely love the art on this. I think this looks so much better. I'm not going to go too much in details. These cards have been spoiled for absolutely ages, but I will stick the image up over on the corner. We have Bullet Kick, very, very cool attack. I love the art on this. I know the alt art is more zoomed in. Bajin Flurry, which is the alt art we've got, which feels kind of zoomed in, but also flipped, which is kind of weird. I guess it's 2 different at the times you use the exact same attack, but still very, very cool. One for All, full cowling, 45% impact Detroit smash. Jeez, that's a long name. I don't know how this is going to get reduced down because we already have a 45%, which is from Yu Hakusho. I guess we can call it Detroit Smash now because Detroit Smash rotated, but if we ever get MHA Spotlight, that's going to be an issue. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Very, very cool. I love these attacks. We have the first wielder of One for All. 3 Deku's Swift Takedown. 4 Black Focus Point Black Whip. I do love the art on this again. Just that nice little hanging off the edge sort of art. Again, Swift Takedown. Got some. These art cards look absolutely amazing. It's great to see. Although we didn't get a Shigaraki deck, it's great to see a Shigaraki in the deck. Little reference there. Yeah, all for one. The first wielder of One for All was a Shigaraki. We've got Rapid Rescue, which is one of the other alt arts we got. And I think, yeah, I absolutely adore the alt art more than this. For me, this has got a lot of dead space, I would say, whereas the alt art is just all action all the time. Not to say that the focus of this card isn't cool. Just to me, I prefer the alt art version. And A1 low block is very, very cool. And we have Smoke Screen Charge. Smoke Screen Charge is my favorite attack in here. Mainly because it's a 2 low block with Breaker 2. I love a low block with Breaker 2. We see lots of highs with Breaker. We see lots of mids with Breaker. We don't see that many lows with Breaker. And it's great to see more lows coming out with Breaker. Especially on symbols that kind of need it. And then it's just why you have a face down card in your card pool. This tag gets +3 damage. So it's a 4 mid or 7 if you have a face down. And going with what Deku was trying to do, you're more likely always going to have a face down. Then we have Creative Counter, which is definitely going to get a more creative nickname. It's got very, very suggestive art, but still quite cool. I've not seen the art. This one was the one I was waiting for to be previewed. 8th Wielder All Might, the Golden Vestige, because he's still alive. It just looks so cool. I can't wait to grab an X art of this because I think the XR foil pattern of this is going to be absolutely amazing. Expression of Friendship, Tenacious Sacrifice. After you make a check, if you have a face down card in your card pool, that check gets +2. Amazing for offense and defense. 5th Wielder Black Whip. This is one of the alt arts we got, so we can see the foil patterning just really does accentuate Black Whip's smug laugh. 4th Wielder Danger Sense, which we didn't get, but 4th Wielder Danger Sense is very, very cool. I was expecting this to be a defensive foundation, and I was not disappointed. Just flip this attack as master speed or commit before you make a check to block this attack. Change it to a mid. So yeah, you just play this as a block, and the attack gets changed to a mid, and you get to fully block. That is absolutely amazing. Second wielder, not too much about the second wielder. Ally Vestige, which means that we are looking at the fact that if all these, not all the Vestiges are allies, but the majority are, which means we could see a very cool live Command Pigeon Flocks build. Seventh wielder Float. That's another one of the alt. So now we've got the three. So this is Nana Chimera. Again, it's great to see Tomura's grandma getting some love. So we have regular, foiled, and all art. And this is the first challenger, I believe, that has done this, where you can have 3 different versions of a card in your deck. 6 wielder Smokescreen. I'm a big fan of Smokescreen. I know some people say I'm too hyped on it, but I think Smokescreen is very powerful. Again, we got the regular and the alt. Add 1 card from your hand to your card pool, face down. This attack gets -4 damage. Lets you set up the check hack foundation. Lets you mess about with Izuku if you want to just make your attack slow for some reason, but get him more online. And just lets you get rid of cards from your hand if you just go, oh, this is my opponent's last attack. I've still got cards in my hand I need to filter out. I'll make this a lot more blockable, and I can filter some cards from my hand. And then third wielder, Fajin. This is one of the 4 checks. Tenacious, after you commit this card to pay a cost, add it to your momentum. Great way to pay for EXs. And yeah, I am very hyped to actually play this, make some edits to it. I know Connor of the Dobbers is looking forward to doing some editing Deku. I believe Star Championships have already started this weekend, and Deku has been showing up in places, and I am very, very hyped to give this a go. It is on my short list to try out for regionals. I think Life Deku has got some answers for a lot of the stuff that people are playing. I think Void Deku definitely has a lot of the answers for what people are playing, and I would absolutely love to give this deck a go at some point, so I'm going to hopefully get some games in with some other content creators. And now for the people that stuck around, let's crack the second one. So now we know there's one at the back. Let's take the one from the back and the 2 from the front. And then let's see. Nope, never mind. They're all over the place. Cool. Never mind. Creative counter. The 1 diff for 2 low block 5. Flip after you block with a foundation with a keyword, build it. Another Tad costume because I've already ordered one. Beautiful art. Love the depressed little boy. Just sort of laying there. That's really awkward thing to say. What do you say, bro? Love Tad costume. Deku Swift Takedown. That's my 3 alts. But I did separate them. I just separated them the wrong way. Then I got a Danger Sense, an Expression of Friendship, and a second wielder. Which means, oh man, why did I do this so awkwardly? Come on, brain. I got 5 of the 8 wielders, 2 foundations, 3 attacks, and 1 asset. That's not too bad, especially since I've already got a alt-art character on the way. It would have been great to get to show one off here, but unfortunately did not pull one. But a Tad costume is an absolute pull. Let me know, did you pull a Deku alt-art? How many have you pulled, and how common do you think they actually are? I don't think they're more common than the previous Challenger characters. I just think that they had the same print run as the other Challenger characters, so they feel more abundant because instead of being able to pull 6 alt-art characters like we were with Godzilla, there's only 1 alt-art character to pull that feels like we're pulling more because it's the only one, but it's the exact same print run as alt-art characters before. There's just more of him. It's not that the pull rate has changed. If that makes sense. Check out these alt-arts. Absolutely love them. What do you think about Izuku Midoriya on the move? Are you excited to play him? Are you going to be playing him at your Star Championships? Are you going to be playing him at Oceanic Regionals or UK Regionals? Let me know. And what symbol are you building him on? I know Void is very strong, but he's got 5 symbols. That gives you so many options. I will catch you in the next one. And best of luck in your Star Championships. Bye.